Hi and good morning and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. Today I've got Natalie with me and I've been super excited for her interview. Love what she does, but I'll let her explain what it is that she does.
Yeah, so I'm Natalie and I have a company called Organise My Life, which is basically decluttering and organising and help people live a simpler life.
Something that I'm in desperate need of. Right. Can you describe yourself in 3 words, which I've been asking everybody? And why?
Yeah, so it's really hard, I think, to just pick 3 words. So organise, definitely, 100%.
Please excuse my Savannah in the background, who is...
He wants to join in.
He wants to play. Come on.
So organised 100%, I think that's just in me, it's who I am. I'm always really calm as well, so I tend not to get really over emotional, and reliable. Super reliable.
Really, really good.
Yeah.
Good to have. Needs to be. And what are you passionate about?
So other than organising.
Yeah.
And
which some people fear and dread, so that's
they do.
Good, yeah.
Which I find really odd because it's such a part of me, and like everything is so organised that I find it really odd sometimes. So other than organising, I've got a crazy little Rottweiler who's absolutely nuts. I say he's little, he's like 30 kilos, he's not little. And a horse, and I love animals.
So
and like
animals,
nature and being outside.
Oh, I love to be outside. It needs to be. And this one is one that I asked everyone because, as I said before, I'd seen it in a workshop with Misty Templeton, and she was asking us to think about what we're complimented on. What are we grateful for? So what is it that your friends and family say is your greatest gift, or that you find that people say, oh, I love that you do. And a lot of us find that hard to find things that we're grateful for ourselves. That's why I ask it.
Yeah. So I was going to ask my family and friends what they say my greatest gift is, and I think that they would probably say, like, when we did the 3 words to describe yourself. I think one of the greatest things about me is that I'm always really calm. Yeah. Like, I am the person to have around in a crisis.
Yeah, which is good.
Which is really good. And like, I always seem to be in a crisis as well. So like,
you.
It works out really well. So the other night I was riding my horse, and we were coming out of the school, and I pushed open the gate to get out, and the gate started closing on us, and my foot got stuck in the gate. And so then Duke, the horse, panicked, and he started bolting, and I've got this massive gate attached to me. Oh my! And I was like, and all I'm thinking is like, okay, don't panic. Because then Duke will panic, so I'm proper calm.
Do you think being around animals as well can help with that? I think because they 100%. Sense when you're, they know.
Oh, they know. Like, if I go up to ride Duke and I'm like in a rush, or I'm panicking, or I'm like, come on, we got to get this done, I will fall off. Yeah. Like, it's guaranteed. Duke's like, no, I'm not dealing with that energy today, off you go. And if I got there and I'm really calm and I'm like, okay, let's go and have a nice ride, it always works out really well. So I definitely think that they get it.
They get it. I love animals. They I think they just sense our energy.
Yeah. Well, like the cat
is going
wants to join in. The cat's like, what do they like?
He's missing his brother because of him being at the vet hospital at the moment, and the kids are out playing, and he needs being indoor, like hasn't been played with. That's what that. It's like play. Yeah. So he's playing.
We'll go and get him in a minute.
Okay. Yeah. What led you to do what you're doing now? How did you end up doing it?
Oh, it's not a long story, but my best friend was moving house. A couple of years ago, and she was downsizing, so she was going from a 3-bed to a 2-bed, and moving from Chatham to Maidstone, and she was driving me nuts. Like, it was literally driving me nuts. She wasn't packing anything, and like the moving date was getting closer and closer, and nothing was packed. And in the end, I was like, give me your front door keys. I'm going into your house. I'm going to pack everything for you, and then it's done. Yeah. And it was easier because she's my best friend, so like I could go in there and I go, okay, you're not going to use that anymore, that's going, and I could arrange it all and pack it. But I literally went into her house while she was at work and packed everything, moved it over to the storage unit, and then we moved it to her new house. But for ages she'd phone me up and she'd go, Nat, where did you put this? And I'm like, I was in the box with the cushions. And I know where her stuff is, but it was just driving me nuts. And that's how it kind of came about.
And you sort of like this.
Yeah, I love doing it. And then somebody said something. There was like a post on Facebook, and somebody said something, and Kaz was like, "Oh, you should do that for a living and call it Organise My Life." Yeah. And that was literally how Organise My Life was born.
Well.
Yeah. And I thought, actually, because it doesn't feel like work.
Yeah.
Like, I love it, and it's
And there's so many people. I am definitely one of those people. I have I can feel, and I talked about energy and the fact that sort of stagnant energy in the house needs sorting, but it's getting past that letting go stage and
is
doing
the hardest thing for some people as well. Like even me, letting go of some stuff I really struggle with.
Yeah. So you obviously had that understanding of how people feel.
And when you get attached to something, like sometimes you just need somebody with you to say, look, it's really not serving you anymore. I've got a bag in my living room at the moment. Yeah, it's a bit depressing, but when my nan passed away, she left me some money. So I went and I wanted something to keep forever. So I went and I got this. It's a Louis Vuitton hold-on. Oh wow! Because I wanted to keep it forever. Yeah. This was about 10 years ago, and then my husband decided to use it to take my daughter swimming. Right, so they took the bag swimming, and they came back, and it was literally drenched in chlorinated water. And I was like, oh, my bag. Yeah. But it survived another 5 years. Yeah. It's ruined, and I was carrying it through the airport the other day, and the handle just snapped, and I'm like, I've really got to let this go, but it's sitting in my living room at the moment.
Thinking, I can stitch it, get it stitched back up.
I thought, could I stitch it, but it's ruined, and then I'm like, okay, I can cut patches out of it and make something else out of it, which realistically I'm never going to do. Yeah. So I think it's just time to go. But actually getting to that point of actually letting it go is quite hard. So I get it. Because you get people it as a forever thing. It was supposed to be my forever bag, and it's got to go. It's got to go.
I was saying to Natalie though, because you've got your understanding, and I've got a bag of clothes that almost fit, and I'm getting married next year, so I'm planning on losing weight, but lots of people have that. They have those clothes in the wardrobe, they think, oh, and I've seen this thing, they say, putting it all on the bed and say, when you pick it up, do you love me, or how does it make you feel when you put it on? And it does, it reminds me of that time, but it also reminds me of not being thin. And it's kind of shoved away, and I was surprised that you said no, if it is almost.
And we talked about this a little bit, didn't we? And I would never make anybody get rid of anything that they really want to keep hold of. And I've got a pile of almost clothes as well.
I think women.
But like I said, I think you've got to look at it as like a goal. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Not something to be miserable about. Yeah. And, if you never get there, you never get there. But
it's the perspective, I think.
Yeah. And as long as it's not like a massive pile and like it's maybe like this. Because realistically, when you fit into those clothes again, you're going to want to buy new stuff anyway. Yeah. And you might want to let them go when you're ready. You know, when you're ready, you'll let them go. But for the minute, I would say keep them, put them away. Yeah. And not being able to, and if it's out of the way and it's tidy and it's neat, that also helps your mindset. Yeah. So 100%. That's why you may be thinking, why for well-being? But that's the biggest thing I think for your space affects your brain completely. And Marie Diamond, who's the Feng Shui lady from Mind Valley, says that you think of your house as like a 3D vision board, which obviously with what I do with vision board workshops. So, and I've often thought of like if my office is as cluttered, it's my brain is cluttered. I can't work in clutter.
I can't.
And
I do, as an artist, spread myself out. So I do have that habit of like putting things, and at the same time, when I start in the painting, I still need to have like the brushes clean. There is that sort of organised chaos to it. But if I go into the room and it's like that, and it's not,
you don't know where to start.
Yeah, and it's that overwhelming takes.
So we probably work in completely different ways. Yeah. Whereas I am very like, here's my pile of paper and here are my pens lined up. You're probably like, okay, there's stuff over there and there's stuff over there, but we need to start from the same place. Yeah. So you need to start from organisation as well. Yeah. Like your clean paint brushes and knowing where everything is. Yeah. Our working process is probably different, but we start from the same place.
Yeah. And I think it's important for people's wellness that you may not be something you consider for your well-being, but so this is the other, to get to where you are at the moment, what has been your biggest challenge and how did you get over that?
This is like, it's quite hard because like I really suffered with my confidence, because you seem very calm together. So when I used to be at school, in English, I don't know if you used to do this at school as well, but you used to have to read out of a book. Yeah. I couldn't do it. I couldn't speak in front of people. So the book, I'd watch the book going around the table, and like as it got closer, my heart would start pounding, my mouth would go dry, and my hands would shake. And then when I'd try and read, my voice would shake as well. It was hideous. I hated every single second of it. So actually overcoming that and being able to speak in front of people, massive.
That is a big thing as well. And do you know what I heard actually this morning, that I can add, if I remember her name, Robin, no, hang on, she's probably still on my phone because I had her up. I will get this lady. Anyway, she was talking about confidence is actually a skill. Yeah. Rather than I'll add her name in when I remember. But basically, she said confidence is a skill because when you do things more, you gain more confidence. The more you do things, the more you, and she said you can build that up. And she did it by 5-second rule. She calls it. If it's like breaking habits, so getting out of the bed in the morning, say you that dread, because she was suffering with everything going wrong in her life at the time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just stand up. Yeah. And she realised that actually, and there is a science behind that your brain has that capacity. I can't remember the name of where it is, but basically, if you do it in the cognitive part, then you're able to do it. If you don't, this is why if you've got reservations about something, your brain and your body starts to think, it's danger.
Give it too long to think about it. Yeah.
But if you can do it in that 5 seconds, and then get past it, and I remember you saying about like with picking things, like counting down and having so many seconds. It reminded me of that. It's like if you're because otherwise you kind of go back, and it, naturally, because your body wants to protect you and keep you from being hurt, and if you've got this habit of doing a certain behaviour, it is just a habit. So it's becoming
it's a learned skill. And the worst thing is that probably 10-15 years ago I started a degree in construction, so completely different. I dropped out of the degree when we had to do a presentation. I mean, I'd only just started. I was like 2 months in and we had to do our first presentation. I was
look at you now live on Facebook.
I was like, nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not going back. And I never went back. I never went back. And because I used to run an electrical contractors with my husband as well, and I did a lot of networking. Yeah. And before I went into networking, I'd have to sit in the car and I'd have to give myself a pep talk, going, right, you got this. And I'd pretend to be somebody else.
That's brilliant though, actually. And if you look back that you were doing it.
It got me there. Yeah. You know, I heard this thing that Beyonce, when she goes out on stage, she has like Sasha Fierce, and I'm like, cool, Beyonce can do it, I can do it too. So I'm like, right, you got this, you're somebody else. And I'd go in there and I'd come across as confident, but actually inside I'm dying, and I'm like...
Lots of people that look like they've got it together are very
and now
much
it's
like
not
that.
so bad.
Yeah.
It's not so bad.
And I think it's a big thing that lots of people have.
I don't think it's ever going to be easy. Like, I'm not one of those naturally confident, outgoing people, but
I think you'd be surprised that
I can fake it.
People that come across as being confident, they all, and because I've been watching from doing the interviews, lots of public speakers, and how and all of them say they have that moment. They'll have that connecting before they spend connecting and centering themselves, and then going and then doing it, and that they're still afraid. They just go into it, like they'll be on the stage or they just start talking. It's like that song in Sing, there's the girl, she's terrified to sing and she's got an amazing voice. Have you seen that? It's great. Well, there's this bit, he said, you've just got to do it. He pressed that. You've just got to go and sing, because when she's singing, she's loving it and she's feeling it. She's fine to close your eyes and just do it. So if you have that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, and just do it. Who would you say is your biggest influence?
See, I thought about this, and I thought I actually don't like to be influenced by other people. And I try not. It doesn't have to be a personal thing. I try not to. So I'm on Instagram and I follow organising things on Instagram. So there is one account that I really love. It's called the Home Edit. They're American based, but their organising is like on another level. It's amazing. But I try not to get too influenced by other people. It's more about what I'm feeling,
and what you're inspired to do, which I'm very about. Go with the flow. So, okay, what is it? The first thing you do when you wake up? We've been asking everyone.
I write a gratitude list.
I love it.
Every morning.
Journal.
10 things. Obviously, I wake up, I pick my phone up.
I know lots of people do. That's what I'm trying to stop. But I do my meditation on my phone, and I am trying to do it without the phone.
It's hard though sometimes. Sometimes I need that guided meditation on my phone. So I get my phone and I write my gratitude list out on my phone. And I scanned through the previous day.
Yeah.
Of what went well and what I'm grateful for, and some days I wake up and I'm not grateful. Some days I wake up and I'm like, oh my god, we got to do this again. But you know, taking it back to basics, I've got a roof over my head, I've got food in the cupboards, I've got water at the taps, you know, got to take it back to basics. And then other days I'm like, I'm full of gratitude and my list is huge, but just starting the day from that place of gratitude kind of sets you up for the rest of the day.
Definitely, I totally agree. And I find that the quick, this is links into what I was going to say for the next question. If you have an off day, what do you do to get yourself back? And I find personally that if we were to answer that question, I'll let you answer as well, is for me is gratitude.
Yeah.
Because I find it easier then to start thinking, and like you say, kind of go in general if you're struggling, and then it's you just build that momentum start to. So
and actually, if I'm having a really off day, I'm having an off day.
Yeah.
That's it.
You just got to go with the flow.
Got to go with it. Like last Sunday, I think it was, I woke up and I was like, I really don't want to do anything. So I watched a film, which was quite sad. What was it called? Me Before You.
I've not seen it.
I don't know if you've seen it. It's sad.
Really
I was really unhappy with the ending. I won't tell you what the ending is in case you haven't watched it. I was well unhappy with the ending. So then I was like, okay, I'm going to watch another film. So then I watched A Star Is Born. Have you seen that?
I've not, but that's meant to be really emotional as well.
I was like, this isn't a true
story as well. I think. Yeah.
And I'm not sure if it's a true story, if it's a remake, but that's really sad as well. And I was like, we're just going with it.
Yeah.
We're just going with it. You know, tomorrow's another day. Because when I try and make myself do stuff, my heart's not in it.
Yeah.
And then there's no point.
Yeah.
So if I'm having a really off day, I'm having an off day. And then I watch loads of reality TV. But I'm a sucker for any of the Real Housewives.
Yeah.
I've seen them all.
It's
excellent
to do. I think we need time that is escape from ourselves.
Yeah,
and
I love it.
Great.
Yeah.
So I would say, what are the 5 things you do for your life for your wellness? How would you've said the gratitude.
Yes, gratitude.
I think it's really important.
Spend time with the horse, like that's really centering.
Yeah.
I walk the dog, my little crazy Rottweiler puppy, and when I do that, I don't take my phone.
Yeah.
Technology putting the phone down.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you know that on the iPhones now, it tells you how much your screen time is. Because I'm on the phone so much, like on Instagram and everything I do is on my phone, and I'm on eBay a lot, and it says like you've spent 5 hours today on your phone, and I'm like, oh, that's a lot.
I was finding the same, especially where I'm using Facebook for work, and then you do it, and you then just, you're not present.
You know, the stuff that you want to like check out on Facebook as well, and before you know it, you've lost an hour, and I'm like, oh my god. So putting the phone down.
Yeah, that's a really big thing.
Yeah, sometimes I let the battery run out.
Yeah, I do have to do
and
that.
Don't charge it. Reading, love reading.
Yeah,
and just just listening to yourself.
Yeah,
I think sometimes a lot of people
just in their dialogue
keep forcing themselves to carry on, when actually what you need to do is rest.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And I think that if you honour yourself in that, it makes a difference.
And then you're just nicer to be around.
Yeah, if you have a day and not getting upset with yourself, if you feel like you said, I got up, I wanted to watch, doing that and having that time, I think is
otherwise I'm super grouch.
Yeah, I find my kids have sort of said, "Mummy, you need to go meditate today." Mummy, go meditate. Mummy, go. So go do your things, and they realise that on the days that I meditate and I have that time for my processes, and take that time, I'm a different person. Nicer person to be around.
Oh, and then just one other thing, I try and eat properly.
Yeah,
which is big because I hate cooking.
Yeah, I'm not,
and I hate food shopping. Like I'm not a fan of either. But I heard this fact the other day. I can't remember where I heard it, but like. A massive % of the serotonin is produced in your gut, not in your brain. I was like, wow, that's quite important. So I try and eat properly, but it doesn't always work.
Healthy guts.
I've heard of that
before. I think, and all those things like sleep and food and.
Oh, I love my sleep.
But I think that's my favourite place. To be on my bed.
Every time I get into bed, I'm like, oh, my favourite place.
Rest is important. To say. And where do you hope to be in 5 years? Or what would you say you've achieved in the last 5 years? So it depends how you can answer both or just one.
Yeah.
Because you said it
it's
obviously
hard
started.
I try not to project.
Yeah.
because I think we've got to keep it in the day.
Yeah, and be present.
And be present in the day. I mean, in an ideal world, you know, I'd like to have my massive Instagram following and I'd be arranging people's stuff and helping people live simpler lives or just more ordered lives. Yeah. I'm just in it for the journey. We'll see where we go. Like, no pressure. Yeah,
well, because you love what you do, you take joy in it. You're bringing that energy as well into people's homes, and I think it's a big, for me, it is about the energy of your home and how you feel. That's really important. It's something that maybe people think, oh no, you put that off, and put that off and put that off. But actually, once it's sorted, anyone that's ever done their room out and decorated and it's all nice and new, you feel good, don't you? Yeah, you definitely, and that's important how we feel, I think. Yeah. And you're helping to do that, so that's to have fun. And how can people, and what have you got coming up, and how can people get hold of you? So
Instagram, I'm on Instagram as organisemylife.info. Right. I'm just redoing my Instagram feed because I didn't like the way it was looking.
Yeah. I didn't know you could redo that. See, I was thinking
I'm archiving bits and I'm changing it around so it flows a lot nicer. Yeah. And then I'm on Facebook as well, Organise My Life. Yeah. So you can find me through either of them, or we can just add my contact details.
And Natalie can come and help you organise your life.
Yeah. Excellent.
She's already pointing out bits here, and I think it, as I say, it's important it's something that maybe we don't think of as a wellness thing. But personally, I think it is a big deal.
Yeah. So I think it's one of the best things you could do for yourself as well. Because you want to walk into your house and it be calm. Yeah. And even just having spaces for things like your keys. Yeah. I used to be a nightmare. Put my keys down. Parking tickets, especially when you drive into a car park and you have to take the ticket. Yeah. And my husband would go to me, "Where's the car park ticket?" And I'd be like, "I don't know." I didn't have it. Remember where I put it. Yeah. I didn't have it, and I always had it. Yeah. And it was random pockets in a bit of the bag. So now when I go into the car park, I have a space in my car where I put the ticket. Oh, wow. Yeah, so even just making life easier, just make life easier. Yeah, and that saves you time, and then you can spend that time to have the work-life balance doing other stuff. Yeah, and I think also, especially for any women entrepreneurs, we've had lots of people on here have been with female entrepreneurs and wanting to do things and setting goals, and in the same, like Natalie was saying, having the clothes and having them there, that's that goal. It's that push thing. You can put it on your list and you can have that to aim for. Once you've got that, you've got that thought in your head that you're doing, you're taking an action. And that's what that I think you actually, your brain, that was the other thing. It was Mel Robbins that says about, I think she's got a book about this, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, that you actually, when you do that and you stand up, you've taken an action. Yeah. So the muscle memory in your brain is kind of enforcing that. And when you're physically organising your space, you're kind of doing the same thing. You're taking actions for your life to be better. And I think it's big. Anyway, thank you for watching us. I'm Theresa Janday, and you've got Natalie here from Organise My Life. So, and I will see you again tomorrow or later today for our 30-30. But have a fabulous, wonderful day. Love and blessings from us. And bye.